What's up, Fairy Pony? I'm Nether Dragon, and I'm back for another episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic with Season 9, Episode 20. Well, let's just jump right in. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I think you really spruce up the office.
I'll talk in a minute.
Philodendron. Oh, I'm gonna call you Phyllis. Don't you look good, Phyllis?
Okay, Starlight.
Come in.
Were you just talking to someone?
No. Why?
Starlight, I have something very important to discuss with you.
If this is about leaving early yesterday, I didn't have any students on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency, which actually turned out to be nothing.
It's not anything like that.
Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship, in light of her impending ascension to the throne of Equestria, and in anticipation of her many duties and responsibilities forthwith, does hereby intend to make good on her previous offer to you, Starlight Glimmer, of replacing her as head
Right.
of the
So that had not
School
actually
of
happened
Friendship.
yet?
I want you to take over the school when I move to Canterlot.
I know. It's just so amazing. Do you think I'm really up for it? Of course you do. I've covered for you every time you've had to run off.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Of course. Thank you. Ugh.
You're welcome. And I can't
Jeez,
think of
for
anybody
Spike.
better for the job.
I'm a little nervous and excited. I'm mostly just nervous.
I understand. Of course, I'll have a lot of important responsibilities as ruler of Equestria.
But you'll always come back and
be
visit,
available to
right?
Help whenever you need.
Are you supposed to be at a royal etiquette lesson with Celestia and Luna right now?
Right. Can't underestimate the important responsibility of royal napkin placement.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, no biggie, right, Phyllis? I've totally.
You might
got
not want to
this.
talk to a plant
Uh-huh.
if you're going to be... Yeah.
My little pony, my
What's the name?
little
Oh, yeah.
pony.
The plans for... Since I'm almost to the end of the season, with only... After this one, only 5 more episodes left. This will be the last one for the night. And then later today, I'm going to be doing...
Big adventure, tons of fun. I'll be
In 1,
heart
22...
faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat, and magic makes
I was figuring out earlier, but I think I'll definitely be finishing up these episodes. I'll watch 2 more later today, and then the last 4 on Thursday, which will be posted into Thursday. Wednesday, I'll watch the last 4 on Wednesday, which will be posted into Thursday night and Friday morning. Thursday morning, Friday morning.
But I can't help wondering if it's going to
I'll finally be finishing up
schedule.
What do you
completely on
mean?
Wednesday
Take
afternoon.
now, for example. Instead of heading to the delightful lunch I had planned, we're striding with determination toward what I can only assume is Twilight's office.
Obviously, our lunch is super important, but so is taking over the school. And the only pony who's really run the School of Friendship is the Princess of Friendship.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about doing it all alone, so I want to get as much advice from Twilight as I can while she's still here.
But Twilight's never really done anything alone. She always has her friends.
Yeah.
But that just gave me an idea. Thanks, Trixie. You can give good advice when you don't mean to.
Does that mean you're
Are we
gonna...
still doing lunch?
I mean, if you're gonna be the head mayor, you could always make Trixie a vice head mayor, I guess. Then she'd be your
Getting
friend.
royal place settings just right is a lot harder than it looks.
Okay. I know how busy you are, but I wanted to talk to you about running the school because honestly, I was a bit worried about taking it over all on my own. But I just realized you never did it alone.
Having a friend help out is pretty great.
Exactly. So, what do you think about me hiring a vice head mayor?
Well, it's your
to run
school. You
things?
can do what you
I
want.
trust you to run the school any way
Yeah.
you want. And if that means hiring a vice head mayor, I think it's a great idea.
Really?
Like you said, I've always had ponies around to help. And don't worry, you can always call on me to...
Twilight, Rarity says you were supposed to be at the boutique 5 minutes ago for your second fitting for the coronation gown.
Ugh,
Second
how many
fitting.
fittings are there gonna be?
What's Rarity we're talking about, so...
Anyway, good luck finding your vice head mayor. I know you'll pick the right pony for the job.
Wow. I heard the whole thing, and all I can say is, I
I don't know if she has you in mind, though.
Why?
I hadn't ever considered it, but hearing you say it out loud made me realize what a great and powerful vice head mayor I'll be. Plus, we get to work and socialize at the same time.
Well, sure, that would be fun, but I can't just give you the job.
Oh, no, of course not. I imagine there's a lengthy process to go through before you inevitably hire the best pony for the position.
Yeah, which may or may not be you, Trixie.
Exactly. I'll probably interview several ponies.
Of course, several. Wink.
Why do you keep saying wink?
I'm not saying wink. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you all decided to be part of the search
Really?
for the
That's
School
your
of Friendship's
selection,
Vice
Big Mac?
Headmare.
Honestly, if you're looking for some pony to fundraise, I can bring in enough. bids
Why
to
would you
several
bring
billions
her into
together.
this? Seriously?
Well, that's not the primary responsibility of the Vice
so you got
Headmare, but
Doctor
any
Who,
pony is welcome to apply.
Big
I
Mac,
think the selection process
her,
is pretty
and
special.
Albeit
what is the name of that
unnecessary.
of the violin pony? God, the name is on to my.
Since you all have to prove you have what it takes
Octavia,
to
there we
be
go.
Vice Headmare,
And
I've
of course,
designed the
Spoiled
interview
Milk, that
in
was her
3
name.
stages. Each stage will test a different skill the Vice Headmare needs. Only those who do well will move through the stages until finally the best candidate rises to the top. So, without further ado, it's time for stage 1, substituting for the teachers.
Well.
How can Big Mac? He don't talk much,
Sample of
so.
my great and powerful instruction. They might not want to go back to the regular faculty.
So that brings a good question though. If all the main 6 are all going to be helping room together, are they even going to have time to run the school or teach classes?
Yep.
So we have to
Obviously,
hire a whole new set of
loyalty is the
teachers.
foundation of friendship and trust. But nothing gets more loyalty than a big stack
Again,
of bits.
why is she here?
This book on business will teach you all how to earn your own. Chapter 1, Equity.
Yeah. Not a violin, whatever. I'm trying to name that instrument. Not bad, I guess. And of course, science. Impressive.
In the pre-Equestria era, year 1322, Abraxius the Bold did a bunch of boring stuff for a really long time.
Trixie, this is not gonna get you
I know
hired.
history's important, but I never learned any of it, and look how I turned out. Wink.
Trixie, that's gonna be a bad for
Okay,
you.
Phyllis, obviously those 3 are moving on, but what about the rest? I think we're in agreement on this one.
Yeah. But
I know what you're gonna say, but it would be so much fun to have my Vice Headmare be a friend. She just needs a little more hoof holding than some of the others, but it could still work out, right?
Starlight, I've given this a lot of thought, and even though I still believe naps are a valid use of class time, you'll be the one running the school. So if you say no naps, then no naps. And I know I can be a little stubborn and not the best listener, but I just can't wait for us to tackle this job as a team. 2 great and powerful friends taking on the world. And I know you still have to go through all this interview stuff. Wink. But I just had to tell you how excited I am.
I'm glad we get one last Trixie and Starlight episode, though. Yeah, the plant doesn't agree.
All right, remaining Vice Headmare candidates, welcome to stage 2. All of you are here because you performed well, or well enough, to face your next challenge.
Stage 3 gonna, or stage 2 gonna be.
Vice
Ooh.
Headmare will need to be a master communicator.
Right.
And I can't think of a better test of that than meeting with our students and their parents or guardians.
Yeah, Big Mac's probably gonna be out of this.
I eagerly look forward to sharing my love of science with both progeny and progenitors.
Indeed. An orchestra is made up of different parts, and good communication is the key to harmony.
Yup.
Fan must have loved her
A lifetime
talking.
on stage has taught me that good communication is essential to holding your audience's attention, which is why Trixie is also known as a great and powerful communicator.
Might want to catch up.
Life at the School of Friendship is like a song, and although she started out singing her part pianissimo, Ocelis is now soloing fortissimo.
That's good, right?
Indeed.
The science curriculum at this school is somewhat lacking, but Yona has taken to the subject like a yak to smashing. If fostered, I believe she could easily blaze a trail and expand our understanding of science itself. Next best! Next best! Next best!
And how's
He's a
Trixie doing?
fantastic student. He's even taught me a thing or two about napping.
Is that why you're putting me to sleep?
Excuse me?
I don't know why I have to come to these things.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with
Well,
parents like this.
Most parents or guardians want
Or
to be
guardians.
involved in our students' lives. Maybe we should find a different representative from Griffinstone to be Gallus's guardian.
Oh, that'd be great. If you find one, let me know!
I'm so confused. You're saying Silver Stream is exuberant?
Yup.
And enthusiastic?
Yup.
But aren't those the same? And are they good? I mean, you could be trying to tell me she's unfocused, but then you might just be explaining that you appreciate her high energy.
Nope.
Yeah, Big Mac's having
There
trouble.
seems to be a lot of nuance here, and I just want to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. So what are you saying?
Gallus doesn't need to know I'm proud of him, and he certainly doesn't need me trekking all the way to Ponyville.
Good, because you're no longer welcome.
Oh, well, fine with me.
Trixie.
And I'm not sure, but we'll have one less conference to worry about next semester.
I really appreciate your honesty, Big Mac.
But Big
and
Mac,
you're right.
though.
Parents expect a lot of detailed
Yeah.
communication when it comes to their kids. And if you aren't comfortable with that, Vice Head Mayor probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, nope.
Starlight,
You know, they
know
just
I
had to
wanted
bring in
see
some more
you, but
fan
you
ponies
don't
and this,
have to worry.
some more like background ponies.
Good.
I just kind of
It's
thought about
thoughtful
that.
you'd want to check in on me after my
Octavia,
shocking
Doctor
confrontation
Who.
with Grandpa Gruff, but never fear, I shall recover.
Trixie, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. You can't get into a shouting match with parents. or
Yeah.
guardians. For the final stage of the interview process, you'll each have to put together a field trip. And if you really do want the job, I need yours to be exceptional. Because if I had to pick a vice head mayor right now, it wouldn't be you.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Trixie, she's serious.
Obviously, you're not going to give the job to some pony else, but you want to see my best. Well, message received. Wink.
Trixie,
The great and powerful Trixie is about to pull out all the stops. I hope you're ready for the most exceptional field trip to ever grace this school.
Is it
Wow,
right that you think
Trixie.
she might actually pull it off? Oh, don't answer that.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to the performance?
I know Octavia loves music, but a field trip to a classical music performance isn't my idea of an
I
exciting
mean, that's
time.
what you should expect with her. Hey, we get a vinyl scratch.
Okay, I take it back.
When I heard we'd be arranging field trips, I knew right away I wanted to take you all to my lab. I can think of no better trip than one through the quantum field. I am referring to time travel. I've been working on a temporal transportation device.
A chair.
And 3, 4, 5. Congratulations! You are now 5 seconds into the future. You see, we are all already time travelers. Who's next?
Okay.
Now what?
Oh, I hadn't actually thought that much beyond this.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well.
Ponies and other students, welcome to the greatest and most powerful field trip of your lives!
Where you and friends going?
I am thrilled you asked, because today we're not doing a normal, old, boring field trip where you go somewhere.
So, not field trip.
Au contraire, I could have easily taken you to Froggy Bottom Bog, but we don't need to leave the comfort
But
of
then
the
it's not a field
classroom for
trip.
our field trip. I can bring the field trip.
Field
to
trip
us.
means you go out. Yeah, that's good going, Trixie.
Trixie, what did you do? Well, I found the perfect little patch of bog to teleport into the school. I guess I just didn't consider the possibility that a hive of flash bees might have nested there.
Yeah. Oh, Trixie. You might want to help out there, Starlight.
Who told you bees to nest in my patch of field trip bog?
Trixie, go with the students.
I'll handle this. I was only trying to give them an exceptional field trip experience, which you have to admit I did.
Yeah.
Starlight? Hey there. So, they're gone?
Yes.
Nice teamwork, am I right?
He is so unhappy right now.
Kidding? I don't know what team you're on, but it isn't mine. This was a disaster. It was dangerous.
I think the words you're looking for are great and powerful.
Oh, Trixie.
Acceptable! You went from not taking it seriously to blowing things so out of proportion you put every creature in danger. And I wanted to work with a friend so much, I ignored the fact that you would never be right for the job.
I'm confused. What are you saying?
You're not gonna be.
You'll never
Yeah.
be vice head mayor.
But I thought you created the position for me.
Why would you think that? I created the position because I need help. But I can't think of any way that you would ever help me.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Oh, that's because Twilight's friends are competent. They care
Wow,
about what they're doing,
Starlight.
and they know how to do it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
guess I
just
won't take
weren't
up
taking
any
it
more
seriously.
time, Head
That's the
Master.
issue. You just weren't taking it seriously.
Starlight? I just thought I'd check in to see how the search for a vice head mayor was going.
Huh.
A lot
Well, that was
better now.
Okay.
nice and easy.
I really wanted it to be a friend, so I ended up pushing aside some pretty big signs that it
Yeah.
wasn't gonna work out.
Not every pony is right for every job, but every pony has
Maybe you can find a
something
different job for
contribute.
her.
The trick is figuring out what.
What if you and your friend can't figure it out?
If you have a job to do, you have to decide what's best and be upfront and honest, even if that means you can't work with a friend on it.
Yeah.
So I guess that means talking to them at the beginning instead of stringing them along until you get
Exactly.
so frustrated, you totally lose it and say a bunch of really awful things.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Wow. Good advice there, Twilight.
Trixie, I know you're in there.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm sorry for all those things I said. I just really wanted it to work out, even though I knew it probably wouldn't. I should have said something sooner.
Obviously,
She wasn't
we can't have
listening.
What we want, because I'm terrible at everything and could never help you with anything.
You aren't terrible, and you have a lot of great qualities. Maybe not vice head mayor qualities, but great and powerful friend qualities. Well, you really stand by the ponies you care about. Gallus even said no creatures ever stuck up for him the way you did with.
I mean, that
Grandma.
was pretty impressive. I mean, if I think back,
It would
if
have
you
been
think about it
nice
that
to run the
way.
school together, but not every pony is right for every job.
I know how you take your responsibilities seriously, and maybe I should have known I wasn't exactly
Yeah.
a perfect fit.
If it makes you feel any better, no pony was.
What do you mean?
Ah, yeah.
Dr. Hooves has decided to go back to his experiments.
Okay.
And Octavia is worried the responsibilities of Vice Headmare will take too much time away from her
Oh,
music.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe getting
makes
a
sense.
Vice Headmare was a bad idea.
Starlight, obviously you'd like some help, and hiring a vice head mayor is a great idea.
But who could it be?
Well, you need some pony who's responsible like you, and detail-oriented like Twilight, and smart, obviously. It is a school, after all.
It would be nice if I got along with them, since...
Well, you do have quite a few other friends we haven't seen.
Maybe it can.
Let's see, you have...
And I knew as soon as
Yeah,
I read
I was gonna say
Trixie's story,
Sunburst, I was gonna say there's
exact right
Maud.
thing
The
for
Maud
me to
wouldn't be a
do.
good fit.
But what about being Flurry Heart's Christopher?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, now that Flurry Heart's a little older, there really isn't much for me to do outside of the occasional tradition or festival. And working at a school is
I
what
mean, you would be
always
pretty...
thought
I
I'd
think,
do.
yes, Sunburst does seem like the best
You'll have me.
for the
Are
job,
you
because
kidding?
you get along with him, he's smart,
I had a feeling this would work
he's
out.
exceptional, he knows how to
Thank
do
you
things.
so much.
Between being insightful when I want to be, and giving good advice when I don't
I was about to say
want
Sunburst when he showed
I
up.
suppose I can be a pretty good friend.
More than that, actually. You really did give good advice. And you helped me talk through the problem
Let
of
me
finding the right
guess, you're
pony
gonna
Oh,
for
put her
job.
as the
And we know you
the...
care about the students.
Trixie, the great and powerful.
Yeah, she's gonna
advice
take your
giver,
job,
problem
Starlight.
talk through her, and students care about her. I think I'll go with friend.
Friend is perfect. But there's a position here at the school you might be right for too. What would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what where I figured they were going when I...
Needs a
they
bit of
were saying.
redecorating. Potted plants scream desperation.
Oh, Starlight. Okay, that was kind of a random place to end the episode, but okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Sunburst being being a vice head mayor, or head stallion, I guess in this case, not head mayor. The vice head position. I think that is a good choice. Starlight running the school, we're probably gonna get to see some. I can't call it Twilighting when it's Starlight, so Starlighting. Yeah, I got nothing. I would probably just call it Twilighting regardless. Any kind of freak out is a Twilighting moment at this point, and I think that student counselor does a good job for Trixie. You know, she stood up for Gallus that no other pony would have had the goal to do against Grandpa Gruff like that. So, yeah, that was a good episode. A good Starlight and Trixie episode. There's only only 3 more till the end. Well, I guess if you count the 3 finale episodes, yeah, those I'll count all as, yeah. Anyways, yeah, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.